Good morning, students. This is S Sankari, Assistant Professor of English, JJ College of Arts and Science. Today, we are going to see a work based on Indian literature in English translation. Today, we are going to see about the great Tamil classical work, Thirukkural. We are going to see the English version of Thirukkural, which was given to us by G.U. Pope. Thirukkural, shortly termed as Kural, is a classical Tamil language text. It consists of 1330 short couplets of 7 words each. The text is divided into 3 books with aphoristic teachings on virtue, aram, wealth, porul, and love, invam, respectively. The authorship of the text is attributed to Thiruvallur. It is believed to be composed after the Sangam period. In English, it was published in 1794. Thiruvallur was an Indian poet and philosopher. He was probably born in Mylapore, and no authentic information was available about him. George Oglu Pope, 1820 to 1908. In 1886, gave a complete translation of Thirukkural. He is the first one to give the complete translation of Thirukkural in English. He is an Anglican Christian missionary and Tamil scholar. He spent nearly 40 years in Tamil Nadu and has translated many Tamil texts into English. G.U. Pope has also translated Thiruvasakam. His translation contains introduction, translation, notes, lexicon, and concordance. Possession of Love and Mine is the 8th chapter of the first part of Thirukkural, which focuses on ethical code of conduct, Arathupal. Possession of Love is from verse 71 to 80. Within these 10 extraordinary couplets, the great Saint Thiruvallur has given wise words of wisdom. The word love here denotes anbu, which has no sexual or carnal connotation. The verse talks about love as an indispensable attribute for a living being. Let's get into the verse. Possession of love, verse 71. And is there bar that can even love restrain? The tiny tear shall make the lover's secret plain. In this verse, the author mentions that there is no lock to keep the love inside the bars, because just a drop of tear will display the love before others, which was hidden deep inside within a person. Possession of love, verse 72. The loveless to themselves belong alone. The loving men or others to the very bone. In this verse, the author tells that the loveless people think that everything in the world belongs to their own self, but the loving men considers that even their own belongs to others. In this verse, the author tells the value of love. Possession of love, verse 73. Of precious soul with bodies, flesh and bone. The union yield one fruit, the life of love alone. In this verse, the great saint tells that the relation between the body and the soul is the result of the union of love and virtue that one possesses. Possession of love, verse 74. From love found burning springs for union sweet of minds, and that the bond of rare excelling friendship binds. In this verse, the sage tells that love brings forth the benefit of mingling with the sweet minds, and the quality gives forth the rare excellence of friendship. Possession of love, verse 75. Sweetness on earth and the rarest bliss above. These are the fruits of tranquil life of love. In this verse, the author says how the love that is imbibed in the domestic life gives one the rare opportunity to enjoy the eternal happiness in this world. Possession of love, verse 76. The unwise deem love virtue only can sustain. It also helps the man who evil would restrain. In this verse, the author explains that few may think that love is an ally to virtue only, but it is also helps one to keep away from vice. Possession of love, verse 77. As sun's fierce ray dries up the boneless things, so loveless beings virtue's power to nothing brings. This verse further glorifies the value of love. The author says that the loveless being will be burnt by the virtue, just like the rays of the sun burning the boneless creature. Possession of love, verse 78. The loveless soul, the very joys of life may know. When flowers in barren soil on sapless trees shall blow. In this verse, the author uses a simile. He compares the domestic state of the man whose mind is without love to the state of a withered tree on a dry desert. Both the things don't have any signs of nourishment. Possession of love, verse 79. Though every outward part complete, the body is fitly framed. What good when soul within of love devoid lies halt and maimed? In this verse, the author explains that there is no use of the external completeness of the body parts when the inner soul is devoid of love. Possession of love, verse 80. Bodies of loveless men or bony framework clad with skin. Then is the body seat of life when love resides within. In this last verse of this chapter, the author tells how the body alone, which is inspired with love, contains soul within it. The body, which is devoid of love, is just a bone covered with skin. Thus, Thiruvallur, within these 10 couplets, highlights the value of love and virtue and how it gives fulfillment to our life. Thank you, students. Meet you in the next class.